Boy, oh, killing me softly, and I'm still falling, still the one.
Hey chocolates, it's your girl Lola B here, and I'm here for another video album review for thechocolatefactory.com. Today we're going to be reviewing the fourth solo studio album by one of the greater entertainers of our time, Beyonce Knowles. Arguable? Probably not. The album is called 4. This is it here. Now, this is the deluxe version. It was purchased on Sunrise Records, at Sunrise Records on Yonge Street here in Toronto. Now, the album is called 4, not only because it's her fourth album. The album was actually named by her fans, and any Beyonce stan or fan should know 4 is a very important number to her. It's the day that she was born on, her husband was born on, she was married on the 4th, her mother I think is also born on the 4th, so it's a very important number to her. So she named her album simply 4. So this album comes after Beyonce took a brief 1-year hiatus from the whole music scene. She took a year off to just enjoy life, spend time with her husband, to travel, go to music shows, just to be a fan of music. And she had said in interviews that that has helped her to create this album and sort of give her tunnel vision on what she wants to have in the album and what she wants to showcase this time around. I think the time off has definitely been a benefit to her and her fans. But you know, I guess they have missed her and the music scene has missed her. So in the spring of 2009, she did start putting together some songs for the album. She eventually put together 72 songs in total that she had recorded over about a year span, I guess. And they narrowed that down to about 12 songs for the album. So the album is, it's not very long. With the deluxe version, you are getting a couple more songs, of course, on there. Now, Beyonce has also said that the album is inspired by many artists. Fela Kuti, a Nigerian activist and musician that her husband actually helped produce a musical called Fela. Also, Lauryn Hill, the Stylistics, Stevie Wonder, and of course Michael Jackson all helped to influence the album, according to Beyonce. And I feel, well, what she said in interviews is that she wanted to kind of borrow from the 70s and the 80s and build that kind of music and build that kind of atmosphere for music, which is a welcome change from the current scene of more, it's, you know, the current scene of music, of popular music, is more of a Europop sound. Everybody's doing dance. It's been reported many times that R&B is becoming dance. And it's a little troubling because, you know, you don't always just want to hear the dance type of records. I like it, I enjoy it, but it's not always something you want to hear at all times. So with this album, I know she definitely wanted to carve her own lane. She has been reported saying that she wants to not so much create her own genre, but she doesn't want to be boxed in by genre. She doesn't want people to say Beyonce's an R&B artist, Beyonce's a pop artist, Beyonce's a this artist. She wants to just be Beyonce, and she wants to borrow from pop, borrow from R&B, borrow from rock, and meld it all together. To me, it's just pop music anyways, but it's pop music with different tinges of other sounds, but to me it's still pop. So but she has, I will say that she has succeeded in creating an album that is, it sounds different than anything that's on the radio right now. So I'm just going to do a quick rundown, as quick as I can, of all the songs on the album. So the first song on the album, 1+1, was written by Terius Nash, aka The Dream, Chris Tricky Stewart, and Knowles. So 1+1 is a great opener to the album because it kind of sets the tone for the rest of the album. It is a ballad, it is a little bit more mellow, it's very dramatic. In the second verse, Beyonce sings, "I don't know much about guns, but I know I've been shot by you. I don't know when I'm gonna die, but I know I want to die by you." Like, very dramatic love, you know, statements about love. And it's a great song. It's a great ballad, and I really think it sets the tone for the album. So great placement of that song. The next song is I Care. Now this song is, you know, it's not a happy song. It's basically talking about the situation you have where you really care about the other person in a relationship, but they clearly don't express that same care to you or for you, and it's a really, you know, sucky position to be in a relationship. That is written by Jeff Baxter, Chad Hugo of the Neptunes, and and with Beyonce. So if you read the site on the Chocolate Factory, we mention Jeff Baxter quite a bit because he has been instrumental in forwarding sort of a new sound that we've also seen on Alicia Keys' last album, The Element of Freedom, and also Kanye West he's worked with, and he's also worked with Jay-Z. So I feel like he's very good at creating a certain kind of mood of this melancholy, not in a sad way, more of a mellow and a brooding type of music that he makes. And he works with Beyonce on a few tracks that made it to the album, and I think they work well together. The one thing that I will note is on this song, I was on a few other songs on the album, because a lot of critics like to say that Beyonce, she oversins some of her songs, and I feel like Beyonce has a great voice. She uses it as a tool, obviously, in all her songs to sing, and I feel like on this album, her voice is a lot grittier, and you can feel more of the emotion. I do see that, but I also feel like she overuses the tool a bit, even in this song, and at times is over-singing a lot of things that don't need to necessarily be there. But, you know, that's my opinion, but I feel like you can't, you know, she is changing, and she does sound amazing on the album in total. However, I do definitely see some points where I'm like, you could have just taken it back a little bit, but I Care. It's another good song, and it also has, I'll say, it has a little bit of a rock element as well. The next song is I Miss You. This is one of my favorite songs on the album. It's written by Frank Ocean and, make sure I get them right, Shea Taylor and Noel Twell. Now, of course, Frank Ocean, we've also mentioned him on the Chocolate Factory, and he's obviously very modern, up-and-coming singer-songwriter, and I feel like it's a great decision to put him on the album. And this song, I mean, it's not like a #1 single, but it's a great album track. It's very mellow. Now, Beyonce's singing in a lower register, and I think it sounds great. They almost distort her voice a little bit, and I think it's a good track because it's very understated. It's not, you know, bogged down by all this production. It's very understated, and the lyrics are very well done. So, great song. This is, again, one of my favorite ballads on the album that I always, whenever I listen to the album, I always go to number 3 first. So, next we have Best Thing I Never Had, which I recently just covered on the blog, and because it's Beyonce's new single, and she recorded a video for it recently, released a video. The video puts me to sleep. This song is not a bad song. Now, it's written by Patrick Smith, Babyface, which I'm so happy to see Kenneth Babyface Emmons in the credits, and Beyonce, as well as a few other contributors. And, you know, I call it Irreplaceable Part 2. It does have that feel, but it's very pop friendly. It still has a good message. Beyonce sings great on it, so it is what it is. It's a Beyonce track. Alright, so track number 5 is Party. It features Andre 3000 of Outkast fame. This song is one of the first songs that leaked that when I heard it, I said, this is going to be on Beyonce's album? Okay, so I started checking for her album a bit more because great song. It's written by Kanye West, Jeff Baxter and Beyonce as well on there, and then of course Andre 3000. And it's just a great song. It's a great summer at the barbecue cookout with your family type of song. Beyonce sings, I may be young, but I'm ready at the beginning. That's my favorite line in the song. So it's a really good, feel-good song. Perfect timing on the track, and great track there. Moving on, number 6, we have Rather Die Young. This is another collaboration with Beyonce and Jeff Baxter. I think Shea Taylor also has some writing credits. No, not on this one. Sorry. So, Rather Die Young, again, musically sounds great. Great instruments. She uses a lot of live instrumentation, and I do hear that. Great song, great lyrics, slight over singing a bit in this one, and I know she's really going for the emotion, but it's just sometimes I don't know, maybe it's just me because I don't really listen to her music like that, but listening to it I was like, wow, that was loud, you know. So, but I love the song still. Rather Die Young, she's basically saying I would rather die young, and mentions some of celebrities or stars that have died young rather than live without her lover. So very sweet.